Hello friends and welcome back to Homestead. Today I'm going to be harvesting honey, extracting honey from my supers. So I have 4 supers on my hives and the 2 top ones are sitting, I don't know if you guys can see it, but they're sitting on top of a queen excluder. And I'm using a queen excluder this year because I'm trying to keep the queen away from the 2 top supers, and they are honey supers. So I do know that the 3rd super is full of honey right now and I need to extract it. So my dilemma is, and I'm going to be honest here, my dilemma is that I have a hard time taking out frames from this high up, okay? Because all of my hives are sitting on a little elevation, and then on top of that I need to take these heavy frames out. It's very heavy for me and very difficult. So actually I'm going to be using a step stool. I'm going to be using a step stool. It will be easier for me to stand on top so I can see things better. Also, I always have a hard time shaking the bees off from the frames when I'm taking the honey, okay? I have to work fast. I have to be gentle enough when I'm shaking that I am not damaging the bees, but at the same time the bees are not on the frames when I'm taking the frames home with me for extracting honey. So there are a couple of different ways. Well, one way is the old-fashioned way, where you just shake the frame with hopes that the bees will fall down to the super below, right? But as I've said to you, that method is a little bit too difficult for me to do. I know my papa does it, that's his method. And there's 2 other methods, right? The other one is using a skateboard, okay? And this is what a skateboard that I inherited from my friend, Mr. Joe Ripkowski, who now is in heaven with Jesus. But I have his a skateboard, and it has this funky triangular thing on top. But the thing is that it has to go underneath the honey super, and it has to sit right here between where I'm going to be taking the honey and where the bees I want to go. That means I have to lift this up, put this underneath, return the super honey, and it's way too heavy for me to lift it all at once. And then it's going to sit here for a day or 2, or maybe even 3. So the bees will be able to go down, but they will not be able to find their way back up here to this honey super, okay? They're gonna get confused in this maze of a walk, okay? So it's gonna sit like this actually, underneath the super. But that means I have to lift it up, right? So it's no good. The 3rd method, and that's the method I'm gonna be using today, is using a fume board. So here's my fume board that I covered, and on that I'm going to be spraying this product. I'm not sponsored by anyone, by the way, but this is a product. It's called Fisher's Bee Quick, and it is clear honey supers fast without foul odors or toxic chemicals. A natural non-toxic blend of oils and herbal extracts for honey harvesting, approved for use in certified organic apiaries. So and on the back it gives the instructions how to use it. So I know the bees they don't like the smell, so and it works pretty quick. In a few minutes, once I put it on top of the honey super, the bees will go down to the bottom, allowing me to take out the frames without the bees sitting on them. So let's get going. I need to glove up, I need to make my smoker, and I'm gonna extract honey today. You will notice that we left a little space open between the outer cover and inner cover because we had a really heavy heat wave, and we just wanted to give a little extra ventilation for our bees right now. This is a really good honey flow time. There's a lot of nectar coming, but we just wanted to make sure that it's not too hot for them. And we would never do this if it was a time where there's a lot of thieving going on when the bees are stealing others' honey. But right now we have lots of honey flow coming in, so this is why we have this open for them like that. Okay, let's take a look. Let's give it a little smoke so they go inside. Let's check underneath. All right, so my fourth super has honey, but it's not full yet. So I'm looking closer, and 1, 2, 3, 4. These last 4 are pretty full of honey. So let's take a look at them. See, it's so high up that I'm having a hard time moving them. Now, let's take a look. Oh, beautiful. Look at it. It's partially capped. It's full of honey. And if I shake it, it's not dripping. Look at it. It's beautiful. So I could harvest this frame as well. But I do know that this third super, this is the fourth one, but the third one is full of capped honey, and that's the one I need to take. So I'm going to take this one off. I'm going to put it to the side for now. They sealed it all up. Oh, it's heavy. All right, so now this one is full of honey. This one I need to take. Let's check this last frame here. Let's look at it. This is not all capped, so I can actually leave it behind. Let's look at this one. Not capped either, but this one is capped honey. So I will be taking this one. Ooh. Yep. It's partially capped. It's more capped on this side. Look at it's beautiful. So I'm going to be taking this one. Next one is fully capped. Very heavy frames. Beautiful job. All right, so let's put this board on. And I want these bees to go down to the second super, so I can take this super off. Where's my fume board? All right, so here's my fume board that I sprayed, and I made sure that I got into the corners as well, because bees like to congregate in corners. And I can tell you, they don't like this aroma, so they go down to the bottom. They're gonna go down to the bottom of this second super. So I'm gonna leave this on for 2-3 minutes, maybe even 5 minutes, and then I will check to see how many bees are still in here. And if I still see some bees in here, I can use I can use a brush to gently brush them off or even shake them, but shaking is very heavy for me to do. All right, let's take a look to see how well this board worked. Okay, well, I still see a couple of bees on top, but not as many as I used to be, so I have to work fast, all right, to remove my honey frames. And like I said, well, I still see a few, so let me use the brush to gently brush them off. And I'm going to take this frame and put it in a separate empty super and keep a cover on. Definitely less bees, but I wouldn't say that it worked completely, that all the bees were gone. I still see some bees here. Come on, guys. So I don't know if I would give this spray 5 stars. All right, come on. All right, let's move to a new space. I'm not gonna take this frame because, well, it's pretty full on this side, but not on this side. I'll leave it be. I'll let it sit and let them keep working on it. This one I think I'm going to take. All right, come on, guys. Get off the frame. Get off the frame. Look at this beautiful frame. Look at it, beautiful honey, huh? Isn't this gorgeous? Absolutely lovely. So this is where I'm gonna put them until they come home. I have a super with the outer cover on the bottom and the outer cover on the top. All right, and I'm gonna store them here until I bring them home for spinning them in my extractor. Okay, the fume board. Let's see how well you work. I definitely still see bees, but not as much. Not as much, but I still see them. All right, so that means I have to use my brush. My goodness, you guys sealed everything. You guys sealed everything. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness, can't lift it. I can't even lift it. Wow. You really sealed it all up. Wax everywhere. Propolis everywhere. I really have to pry it open. Good job. Let's try one more time. Yeah. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Great job. You guys worked very hard. Let's see on this side. Fully capped, full of honey. This is my third super. And by the way, second super, that is the honey. Super actually has a lot of honey as well, but it also has some brood on it. So I'm not gonna touch it just yet. All right, a little brush just to get you guys off. Gentle brushing. Gentle brushing will not hurt you. All right, get off. Go back into your hive and into my empty box you go. And quickly cover up because they're flying in. Quickly cover up. All right, next. Beautiful job, guys. Absolutely. This was from my first year nuke that I purchased in April. And they are very productive. Great job. Mama Queen has been working beautifully. All right, get off, guys, get off. Very gentle brushing. I'm not doing anything severe today. Go back into your hive. I have to say it's easier to work with Papa because one person is opening the cover and closing quickly. I'm here alone today. You gotta quickly cover. All right. Beautiful job, guys. Absolutely beautiful job. All right, so I harvested how many frames? 28 frames. 28 frames full of honey. And I'm going to take it home and we're going to extract it. So not that I'm rating the product, but the spray that I used earlier, maybe 2.5 stars. I did follow the directions. It did help for them to go down, but what happened was they were literally sitting on the bottom of the frames, but they were still there. And when I was taking out each frame at a time, it was still, they were sitting there, so I still had to use a brush or shake them off a little bit. What I did not use is I did not use a reversible vacuum or blower or leaf blower to blow them off. That method I did not use, and maybe next time I will. So, question you may have, why did I take the third super? There's plenty of honey in the second super, but I checked a few frames and there was honey and brood at the same time. There was honey in the edges and lots of brood on the in the middle in the second chamber, in the second brood. Yeah, super, I should say. So anyway, I hope you guys are excited about harvesting honey. And please share with me what method you use that works the best for you, okay? Please share. I love to learn. I love to have this platform for other people to learn from each other. So please post how you harvest and how you get rid of the bees from your honey frames. On this note, friends, be encouraged and try something new.